All the way from elementary school until I graduated college, history was always my worst subject. I was pretty good at writing papers and things like that, but it was just so boring. So of course, I tried to find ways to get out of doing the work. If I had had ChatGPT back in the day, you can guarantee I would have abused it. So today, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're playing Are You Smarter Than ChatGPT? I've given ChatGPT a prompt that will quiz me on NFL history all the way from 1st grade to 12th grade. To graduate, I'm gonna have to get at least 70% of them correct because let's be honest, C's get degrees. Now, I have a feeling I'm gonna end up missing one of the easy ones, or at least one of the ones that are supposed to be easy, but it's AI, so it'll probably ask me, who was MVP in 1972, and I'm just not gonna know. Try not to roast me too hard. I didn't get into football until the early 2010s, so anything before that, I might struggle with. I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who tuned in to my last video. It kind of blew up out of nowhere, and I basically doubled my subscriber count overnight. Nice. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Welcome to the NFL Trivia Game Show. I'm your host, and today you'll be tackling 12 questions, each corresponding to a grade level in the American school system. Remember, you need at least 70% correct to pass, so aim for at least 9 correct answers. Let's get started. First grade question, which team won the first Super Bowl ever played in 1967? This is a pretty easy one. I believe it is the Green Bay Packers. And we're good. Okay. 1 down, 11 more to go. What is the name of the trophy awarded to the Super Bowl champions? This is another easy one, also oddly Green Bay Packers related. It is the Lombardi Trophy. Which NFL team is known as America's team? It's the Cowboys, they're not my team. Which NFL player holds the record for the most career rushing yards? I always get this wrong for some reason, but I believe it's Emmitt Smith. Okay, we're good. 4 questions down, we're a third of the way there and we haven't missed one yet. What is the maximum number of points a team can score with a single touchdown and the subsequent extra point? This might be a trick question because I don't know if they're counting 2-point tries, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it's 8. Incorrect! The maximum number of points a team can score with a single touchdown and the subsequent extra point is 7. 6 points for the touchdown and 1 point for the extra point kick. Personally, I think that's a garbage question, but you're not supposed to argue with the teachers or your professors, so we'll just move on. The 6th grade question, who is the first player in NFL history to rush for more than 2,000 yards in a single season? I actually have no clue. I don't think Jim Brown did it. I think OJ did. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with OJ just because Jim Brown seems a little bit too far back. And let's be honest, we all know that OJ is a killer on the football field, and he definitely did it. And by that I mean he definitely ran for 2,000 yards. Correct, OJ Simpson was the first player in NFL history to rush for more than 2,000 yards in a single season. That was kind of a shot in the dark, but he was the oldest person that I can remember doing it, so I think it was a good guess. The 7th grade question, which team holds the record for the most Super Bowl appearances? Okay, this is another interesting question because I think it's tied between the Patriots and the Steelers. Oh, it says Super Bowl appearances, not wins. So I think it does go to the Patriots in that case. I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in. And that is correct. The New England Patriots have the most Super Bowl appearances. I think it's 10 or 11. I know there's some crazy stat that Tom Brady had been to like 15 or 20% of all Super Bowls ever, which is still insane. The 8th grade question, who is the NFL's all-time leader in receiving touchdowns? Oh boy. I actually don't have much of a clue on this one. Oh yes, I do. It's gotta be Jerry Rice, right? I mean, he played until he was like in his mid-40s, so it's gotta be Jerry. And that is the correct answer. I don't know how he didn't immediately pop into my head, but I mean, he's pretty indisputably the greatest receiver of all time, as long as you're counting total stats. Yeah, that one was kind of embarrassing. Now looking at the 9th grade question, which team did the Chicago Bears defeat in the 1985 Super Bowl to win their only championship? I have no clue. I know the 85 Bears is the greatest defense of all time, but outside of that, I really don't know anything about that season, and I definitely couldn't tell you who they beat in the Super Bowl. I think I'm just gonna take a stab at one of the AFC teams that I think were pretty good in that era, and I'm just gonna say the Steelers. Incorrect. The Chicago Bears defeated the New England Patriots in the 1985 Super Bowl. I thought the Patriots were really bad all throughout the 80s and 90s, but I guess I had that wrong. I mean, I was born in 1998, so I really don't remember anything pre-Tom Brady. Now, the 10th grade question, which NFL team is the only team to have a perfect season, going undefeated, and winning the Super Bowl? I think this one is pretty easy, pretty well known. It's going to be the Dolphins. Correct. The Miami Dolphins are the only NFL team to have a perfect season, going undefeated and winning the Super Bowl in 1972. Moving on to question 11, who holds the record for most career passing yards in NFL history? I think this has to be Tom Brady just because he played until he was 45 years old, which is insane. So I'm gonna lock in Tom Brady.
Nani?
Incorrect. The correct answer is Drew Brees, who holds the record for most career passing yards in NFL history. Did Tom Brady not pass Drew Brees?
Objection!
I'm gonna double check this. Yeah, unless my eyes are deceiving me or they got these stats wrong, Tom Brady is sitting up at the top. I'm not using GPT-4, so this may be using outdated information, but I wouldn't think it was that outdated. Maybe it just got it wrong. But you know what? It's okay. Sometimes teachers mark your answer wrong when it's actually right, and you gotta double check them and take it back to them and say, hey, I actually got this right, and then argue. It's a whole thing. But I'm not gonna stress about it, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into the 12th grade question. Which NFL team has won the most Super Bowl championships? Now, this is the question I thought it was asking earlier, but it was asking about appearances. Super Bowl wins is different. Both the Steelers and the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken, have 6. So does it want both of them? Or if I give one of them, will it be right? Regardless, I'm just gonna say the Steelers and the Patriots. I can see where you're coming from, but the team with the most Super Bowl championships is actually the Pittsburgh Steelers with a total of 6 championships.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The Patriots have won 6 Super Bowl titles, 2002, 2004, 2005, 2015, 2017, and 19. So yeah, I think this proves the point that if you're looking for an NFL history teacher, you probably shouldn't come to ChatGPT. But regardless, I got 9 out of 12 correct, even with them marking 2 wrong incorrectly. And that is going to give me a C grade, and I graduate football high school. So ladies and gentlemen, what did we learn today? The answer is not a lot. But that is going to be it for me today, guys. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun YouTube stuff. As always, your support is greatly appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.